morning, everyone. I'm Birgit. I'm on the board. I have the honor to serve for the community, and I'm focusing on supporting the local groups. As you just saw in this video, we have a beautiful, diverse group of people all talking about interaction design. And throughout the world, we have the local groups, and they all, with discussions and meetups, they advancing the discipline of interaction design. And this is really, really amazing. My love and passion for the community and design is definitely shared by these wonderful regional coordinators who I have a chance to introduce to you today. They will share a little bit, some unique insights in what their region's all about. Please give them their hands, and there you go.
Thank you. Thank you, Birgit. So, hi everyone, I'm Virginia Cagwin. I'm the regional coordinator for North America. Excuse me. And I want to share a little bit of history about the local groups. In 2004, we started our local groups from New York all the way to Pune, India. And in 2008, we had our first design conference in Savannah, Georgia. And I'm sure that we probably didn't realize those connections that we were going to build along the way. But we did do one thing, which was start a huge, great design debate, which were the conference badges. And see who was going to have the best conference badge for the conference. So in North America, we are advanced in the discipline of interaction design, but it does vary based on each city and their level of maturity. But we do have one common language, English, which helps us build and nurture our communities here. And we also share a passion within our local groups by hosting workshops, bringing in speakers, and having fun activities. And even though we do tend to center our world around North America, we are just tiny compared to Wayne's regions in Africa and the Middle East.
Thank you, Virginia. Yes, I'm Wayne Coughlan. I'm the regional coordinator of the Africa and the Middle East region. It's a fairly new region, established in 2012 when Africa broke away from Europe, and the Middle East broke away from Asia. There's 13 active groups at the moment, from Cape Town in South Africa up to Cairo in Egypt, and from Doha in Qatar up to Tehran in Iran. On the African continent, we recognize the African user and solve the unique challenges that the continent has to offer. The region also is a melting pot of cultures, ethnicities, and many languages are spoken across the region itself. We also noticed a huge diversity in the region through interaction design themes and discussions, like design for social impact, digital transformation of traditional analog businesses, and then also VR and AR are hot topics at the moment. And kind of zooming in a little bit, we find that chatbots and conversational interfaces are happening in Israel. There's UX in education buzzing in South Africa at the moment, and unified experiences across different channels and touch points are happening in Egypt. So I'm going to hand over across the Atlantic to Latin America.
Thank you, Wayne. Bom dia. I'm Érico Fileno from Brazil.
Hola a todos, I'm Eduardo Aguayo from Santiago de Chile, and we are the regional coordinators for Latin America. In the region, we start as 2006 with the creation of local chapters in Brazil, specifically on Recife, Curitiba, and Belo Horizonte. And in Brazil, we started to organize the first editions of our version of the Interaction Conference, who is named Interaction South America. For many years, we had only one regional coordinator, who is Santiago Bustelo. I think he's over there taking pictures. He helped to grow in the region into what we become. We are more than 40 chapters, including people from all over Latin America, who managed to communicate between them despite we spoke different languages.
Also, our chapter are in charge of the annual edition of Interaction South America, our major event every year, who at the time has 8th edition, organized in different cities from Brazil, Argentina, and Chile. Every local group has their own meetups to discuss the topics that are become relevant to our countries: UX, design thinking, service design, research, etc. All of this fit the discussion, bring the opportunity to the professional and student to share their visions and listen to inspiring speakers. We have no boundaries on Latin America. We are all Americans. Let's go to Europe.
Cheers.
Hi guys. I'm Gilles and I'm from Europe, as you can guess. So our region, compared to the others, are slightly smaller, but we do have a large number of groups that are developing there. And from Porto in Portugal all the way to Lassi in Romania. And what we do notice is that we have a difference between the north, which having chapters that are developing and thinking more about the details of what interaction design is. Whereas on the south, we do have chapters that are more trying to broaden the message of interaction design all over their regions. And that creates a lot of challenges that we noticed, and we try to tackle them easily by meeting twice a year in person. We did that a couple of days ago during the conference, and we do that again, and we did that again in June in Berlin. And there we discuss, we try to understand the best practices between the different groups and local leaders, and we try to make everyone grow. And that's a lot of work, as you can see. And that's a lot of fun as well. And nowadays, we created a lot of bonds, a lot of connections between all those local leaders, and we can say that we're forming a real family in Europe. And I know that all the regions are developing that now, including Asia.
Hey, thank you. I'm Jay, and I represent Asia, Oceania. It's quite a mouthful, and it's a very big region. It's a fairly complicated region, chaotic, very colorful, at the same time, very warm and friendly. You'll see a lot of smiles all the way. What characterizes Asia is the complexity. It's full of languages, diversity in terms of education, earning, you name it. The diversity is very, very complex. And plus, we have some 300 plus local dialects, scripts, so on and so forth. All in all, which makes for some very interesting UX challenges. And if you know, I'm sure many of you know, that comes from the world of sort of big challenger brands like WeChat or Flipkart or you name it. There's a whole bunch of them rising to sort of address the local markets. We have a bunch of very diverse groups. As Virginia mentioned, we started way back in the early days. Pune still seems to be there and doing well. We have Sydney, Taiwan, we have Bangalore, Singapore. We recently had Bangladesh joining in, which is wonderful. And again, Armenia has expressed interest to join in, so I think you can see the diversity. In 2016, we had almost 70 plus events, which meant was as small as like a 12-member meetup to a 250 plus conference. I mean, you name it, there were all sizes and shapes of events. And that was not all. We also had some fun events like a Halloween-themed IxDA party. Do you guys have it? Not sure, right? So we had a Halloween-themed party, we had a Christmas-themed party, you name it, we had theme parties as well. So the question again here is to sort of invite you guys. I'm sure you guys are involved in many ways. I'm sure there are many people volunteering out here. But please join in IxDA. I think in the morning again, John and Josh talked about how this is a community-driven initiative. It is volunteer-led, which is awesome. Please join in, sponsor projects, events, chapters. You can set up chapters if you wanted to. There are multiple regions, as you saw on the map, which are still unaddressed. Volunteer time, mentor. And we also wanted to call out, and by the way, if you want to meet any of us, we are around. You probably know our faces by now. There's an IxDA booth outside. You can always meet us there. Happy to talk how you can get involved. Lastly, a big round of thanks to all our core team members. I mean, the local leaders, the volunteers, and the core members who make it special. Thank you, guys.